Hey Rider Guiders, it's your boy, I'm back, and I'm back with the Cycrown Dremax. I know there's a ton of electric bikes out there, but is this $12.99 commuter e-bike for you? Let's find out. It has a 500 watt gear hub motor, and it has a maximum output of 852 watts, paired with a 48 volt, 15 amp hour Samsung battery. You have a real sturdy front hydraulic suspension with lockout and preload adjustments. Nice 27.5 puncture resistant tires with a max load capacity of 330 pounds. You have a Shimano 8-speed drivetrain, hydraulic disc front and rear, a full LCD display, everything you need for commuting or errands. This video is all about the real world experience with this electric bike. We're gonna take it on road, off road, on grass, and through gravel to see how it feels. And is this truly an all-terrain electric bike? But first, let's start off with what comes in the box. There's not so many things you need to configure once you get the Dremax out the box. It comes with a 54 6-volt 3-amp charger, so expect about 5 to 6 hours from 0 to full. It has a bell you can install on the right. Obviously, it comes with pedals, and you can install the front fender if you like, and it also comes with some reflectors. Let's do a quick walkthrough on the Dremax. We have dual disc brakes. It's Cycrown labeled, and then you have the Shimano shifter over here. It's an 8-speed Atlas Shimano cassette, and you can just change it from right here. Your fingers, thumb to go down, and then your index fingers to shift it back up. And it works quite nice. You have a little headlight. I would recommend if you guys are riding at night that you get you some shred lights. We'll put the link down in the description, but the LCD screen. I'm in sunlight, but you can see all the things you need. So yeah, so you have the controls over here. This controls your headlights, the power button. We've been seeing this year. More e-bikes have been taking their throttles and putting it on the left side. So you just clamp down on your left and you can just keep going, or you can use the app and cut on cruise control. It has suspension. So right here, you can control how much. You can control if you want more or less. And then right here is a lockout. So boom, it locks it out. And then you unlock it to give yourself more travel. And this was really, really comfortable while driving. While doing a range test and doing some general ride, my impression is that it was great. But my first initial thought is, if you're over 6'1", I'm 6'3", the stem feels a little bit short. If I can raise the handlebars 1 inch more, that'd be perfect. Because you know how you're supposed to ride a bike with the seat all the way up to where your leg is fully extended when you have the pedal down? But when I did this, I felt like I was too far from the handlebar. So as you can see, that's why I had to compromise and put it down a little bit. Normally I don't ride like this, but I had to with this bike so I can kind of be arm's length away from the handlebar. So if you're average height, 5'11" and under, I think this would be perfect. If you have some height on you, this electric bike will actually have you want him just a little bit more. But honestly, after a while, you just get used to it. How it feels matter more than the numbers. With dual sensors, cadence, and torque, the ride is actually smoother when you're pedaling. Now let's talk about the real world stats. This is an e-bike, so it varies for most people because, you know, your riding conditions, how you're riding, if you're using pedals or not. But these are the results I got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No pedaling, no pedaling. Yeah, so it's going about 20 miles per hour. So the top speed using throttle only, I did actually hit 20 miles per hour consistently over and over again. And then once I implemented pedaling, I got it up to speeds around 28 miles per hour. And as far as acceleration, the 0 to 15 throttle only was 6.12 seconds. And with pedaling, the 0 to 15 was 3.07 seconds. There you go, 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, it's climbing, but you know, throttle alone is not doing much. And it's just about finished right there. Our official hill climb number for the Cycrown Dremax was 15.52 seconds with throttle only. So with just using the throttle, with the 852 watt peak power motor, it took me 15.52 seconds to climb the hill. But I did turn back around again and tested it while pedaling, and it took me 12.37 seconds to get up the ESG test hill. So of course you get more power if you pedal, but still not a huge hill crusher. So overall it feels nice. You know, on the right, it has an 8-speed Shimano gearing system right here. you have to install this bell. I like thumb bells, but you know, you can hit it right here. One thing being a scooter guy that I always have to get used to is that this is a bike. So on the right, this brake is for the rear brake and not the front brake. And then on the left, you have your controls right here. You have 5 pedal assist modes. M button is where you can check your different things like your voltage meter, how long your trip has been, and things of that nature. So it's quite simple. And it also has an app to show you everything, what's going on. Let me show y'all guys the app real fast. And you'll see little things like how much battery percentage you have left, actually where you're at, headlight control, Bluetooth control, settings. So this will let you know how fast you can go. Yeah, but let me tell you now, e-bike range tests are way better than scooter range tests because sitting down after a period of time is clutch. I would strictly stick with this bike to bike lanes. It's not that it's slow or anything, but the top speed is 20 miles per hour. And my rule of thumb is if you're gonna ride in the street, you should at least average going 25 miles per hour. That's where it kind of can keep up with the flow of traffic. These handlebars, they slip just a little bit. So if you kind of grinding it out, they will slip off just a little tad bit. Not nothing too extreme. So that's just something to note. But yeah, when you go downhill, of course you can get faster because you're going with the gravity going down. So right now I'm probably going like 32 miles per hour. But you know what, real quick, let's just go off road and see how this feels. Okay, it feels nice. The front suspension is absorbing every single bump. Like you guys probably can hear it in my speech, but it's absorbing it quite nicely. So if you want to do some light off-roading, you can. I don't think this is built for that because it doesn't have rear suspension, but it's always a positive to know that you can do something like that if you wanted to. This is a bike trail and ooh, it's doing it nice. Feeling cool. All right, here's some grass. And once again, it's still taking it quite nice. For range, I got a modest 18.97 miles on my range test, and that's from 100% throttle only, no pedaling. I did feel like I saved a little bit of energy going back down the hills because the bike just, you know, let gravity take control and save me some battery there. But I'm quite sure the range would be probably doubled if I would have pedaled as well. So who's it for? Now priced at $12.99, the Dremax is not cheap. But for what you get, the dual sensors, the strong enough motor, the range is great, and the commuter friendly features, the price might be justified. If you're someone who's a daily commuter and you want comfort, a good enough speed, and it features straight out of the box, nothing you need to add too much to, the Dremax is made for you. If you're carrying stuff, if you want to ride in somewhat mixed conditions, or you just want something that can handle on-road and some off-road patches, this can be that bike. But if you want a full off-road, ultralight frame, or something with extreme speed, I'm sure there's other options because this scooter is just not that. For real city, real commuter use, the Dremax is just fine. So is the Cycrown Dremax right for you? If it is, we'll have all links and coupon codes down in the description. I'm Ray Mir with Rider Guide, and I'll see y'all next time. And I'm out. Pyaw!